he said is probably like 45, 46 yards, right?
She is 40 on the nose, 41.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll range it for you. No worry there. Do you want to light the reticles up? So yeah, she's 25.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
So hunting was definitely a missed passion, and now that I'm out, it's something that is very therapeutic to my soul.
Nice. That deer down there is like 75.
This far off that first hole.
Yeah.
You can see it.
That deer out there is at 75 if you want to try it.
I'm Chad Krantz. I'm from Deadwood, South Dakota. Born and grew up Northern Black Hills, Mount Rushmore State. You know, I grew up doing a lot of hunting and fishing, so my grandpa always loved hunting and stuff. So it was always just, you know, memory growing up that we did together. You know, go out and hit a pond on the way home I get to go to work with them during the day, or, you know, weekends out hunting. And they lived out in the country, and it was like just getting to spend time doing something we loved right in our backyard.
This deer is like a short tine 7x6. This 9-pointer is pretty heavy.
Look at that drop tine on that one.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then possibly this
Wow.
deer. But yeah, there's quite a few right there.
That's awesome. But yeah, I received that call that morning not knowing, and just like was blown away when they told me, like, yeah, we want to bring you out for a whitetail hunt out in Missouri. You're gonna come and stay at our lodge, and you know, we're gonna put you up. We're gonna like feed you. We're gonna take care of everything for the week, and just try to get you on some deer and just have a good time. And I was like just ecstatic. The idea of going hunting and getting to stay in a lodge, like on a little guided trip and stuff, something I've never experienced. I was like, okay, this is awesome. Like, I'm super stoked. First night here, so we got to sit in a blind that they set up.
You know, I think you'll clear it here, but if you want it low.
Yeah, if it'll clear. I mean, I can get my cheek on it. It sits a little high on the shoulder, but it's also not like a 300 rifle either.
Yeah, it won't. So you can pretty much just sit behind it and touch the trigger.
Growing up, I'd never done any sort of hunting like this. So all the hunting I'd ever done was very, very mountainous, and as I was saying, it was all just like mule deer or like, you know, chasing elk with family and stuff mostly, like, so all spot and stock. And so this is a very different and unique experience.
This is one that could show up. This is one Chance actually saw this morning, just north of here. It's just a shorter 210, probably like a mid upper 40s deer.
Yeah, that first night, we're watching deer come in.
Yeah, she's a little one. Look at the baby. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a little one.
But it was super cool. We got to watch them. There were a bunch of does and some fawns, and all flooding in, eating on this corn and stuff.
That's so cool.
And then this goofy, I don't need to say goofy, just this dumb doe. We call her the Karen doe. She literally like huffed and puffed at us when she was like 2 miles away.
There she goes. Yeah, there goes the second one following her now. A lot of times. What is that? Another deer. There were like 4 deer over there. Oh, yeah. Good Lord, she just won't stop.
Like 20 minutes later, we could hear her back there going like ridiculous. The next day, kind of set up in the same blind, but repositioned since we kind of knew where they were coming in the night before.
That closer one's actually a button buck. Oh, is it? Yeah. So the further ones I don't know. But that's why he does look bigger. Yeah. This one's a fawn right here too. Yeah. Both of those are the does now in the back corner by the corn. What a good sized body for a little spike. Yeah. So right where she's at is probably like 45, 46 yards, right? She is 40 on the nose, 41. Okay. Yeah, I'll range it for you. No worry there. Do you want to light the reticles up? So yeah, she's 25. Nice shot. Nice. Shane, we were here. Yeah, I know. She just kept looking at us. We were like, you gonna light up the reticle already? She said that, and I started to like lift my hand. She's like, yeah, what did you just say? She's all fired up. Nice shot.
And got to shoot my first deer of the trip.
I think I have a flashlight.
That's like where I'll store your meat till we eat it. It's like, cool down in there. You gotta.
This morning, went out on a boat on the big lake.
Best luck, man. Oh, you're riding along with this? Oh, sweet. I do.
And get right up off the bank just a little ways. We still see the water, and got to just sit up against some trees and wait for some deer. And just a little while after sunrise, saw some does down in the valley. But no, it was fun. That deer was in like 10 yards from us and just staring right at us. We weren't even like really covered, like me and two of the other guys. So I'm still waiting, to shoot another doe and a buck. And so I got my crossbow in front of me, go down, and I had my hood sitting on my head, just enough to cover my ears, because it was a little chilly this morning, and I was like trying to keep my ears warm. But just as I like came down, my hood slid over my eyes, and the deer was already right in front of us. And so there was nothing I could do about it. And I'm sitting here like trying to like get the hood of my hoodie to like catch on the edge of the scope so that it would like rest over the top of it to get my head down. But no, it was fun. That deer was in like 10 yards from us. I was out with Chance and Kelby. We got put in a different ground blind, set back into the corn patch a little bit with an area out in front of us that had been mowed. And can't see anything, so I just kind of bring my head back, and just as I do, like I look over, and there is a big old buck. He's one of the hit list bucks on their board. His name's Shrapnel, and he's standing 15 yards from our blind, like right out in front on the right side. And I immediately just come straight back. I'm like, Chance, there's a huge buck over there, because I don't recognize the deer well enough to like pick them out in the field based on like some of the pictures they got and stuff in here. These guys have been around them a lot more and can recognize them and kind of know who's who. So I'm sitting here and I get turned, I got my crossbow on him, and I'm just watching. I'm like, I'm ready to shoot. Like, I keep telling Chance, I'm like, you just give me the thumbs up and I'm pulling this trigger, like I've got him in the sights. And Chance is in the blind, like trying to move around, because where he was sitting, there was just a little patch of like long stalks on the right side that kind of went out from the blind. And they were just far enough up that like, since I'm sitting all the way on the left, I could kind of get up and I could see Shrapnel standing there. But Kelby and Chance could not like get any eyes on him. And I'm like, Chance, he's still there. Like, you just gotta. And there's a point where I like lay down as far as I can, and Chance is like trying to like lean up against me and lean over to see him. He's like, I just can't get over far enough. It's just getting darker and darker. And we're like, come on, big guy, you gotta move this way like 5 feet, okay? That's it, that's all we need. And he's just standing there and it's getting darker and darker. Eventually, he moves in front of the corn patch, and we're like, at this point, it's like right at the cusp of like no shooting limits. Like, we've gone past sunset, and we're like right at the end of like our no shooting time is coming up. And he moves out. And so I'm looking through the crosshairs, and Chance is like, all right, get ready, he's turning. And all of a sudden he just turns and he starts like trotting after a doe. And then Chance stands up and he's like, stop. he's just chasing this doe off. And oh man, we didn't get him, but like, it was definitely a fun night. Like, we were laughing and joking. He just like would not like work with us at all. But it was definitely, again, it's just one of the many experiences from this week that like I'll never forget. Like, it'll forever be like a cherished memory.